Chelsea fan, I was just kind of optimistic that we'll win because we've had a very bad form this season.
Clash of the Titans between the two London rivals, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Already Man City has overtaken Arsenal on the lead of the table with 13 matches played. A win for Arsenal today, Arsenal will automatically overtake Manchester City. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. Hello viewers, you're welcome to Premier Sport Fan Center live show watch along, and it's another edition in the EPL. Tottenham versus Arsenal is already on. We want to apologize for starting very late. It is already 30 minutes into the first half. It's due to some technical glitches, but hey, we are here, and I'm not alone in the studio to talk about all the happenings. With me, I have from my far left, Shego himself. How do you do?
Oh, good afternoon, guys. Arsenal 2 goes up at 30 minutes. What a way for them to start the North London derby in what has been a high tempo game. We've seen a lot of actions on this account, but it's a game that Tottenham can still fancy coming back. But Arsenal can also get this victory. Like I said yesterday, this Tottenham happens to be the team that might actually determine who the EPL winners will be. So I think it's very much important for Arsenal to get this 3 points off Tottenham and pile that pressure on Manchester City. So let's see how the remaining 60 minutes of this game is going to go. But Arsenal needs to be very much careful at the back because this is a Tottenham who are not scared of playing high tempo football. Even when they are losing 7-0, they are ready to attack against their opponents.
Yeah, they're ready to attack against their opponent. And yeah, my two is in the house today.
Yeah, always an interesting North London derby. Promises to be exciting. And there's Arsenal who has drawn the first blood. But hey, this game, I think there's still more goals in this game. So I just hope that the better team will win at the end.
All right, and Jimmy, you are welcome to the studio.
Yeah, thank you. North London derbies are one of the most entertaining derbies to watch around the world, and Arsenal leading to New Year, Tottenham want to fight to the end if they want to have any chance of qualifying for the Champions League.
All right, so far you can also be part of the show by calling in. Our line is in front of the screen, and you can also send in your prediction. You stand the chance to win 5,000 naira from Premier Sport Fan Center. And if you are watching us for the first time, you have not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. It's 2-0 already. Arsenal ahead of Tottenham, 2 goals scored. But can you just quickly analyze the first goal we saw? It was an own goal scored by Emilio Hojbjerg from Tottenham. What was the pressure? Was it the pressure?
I think it has to be the pressure. I don't know why the referee didn't check that prior to that goal. They pushed prior to that goal from what's it called, from Partey on that Tottenham player Davies there. That should have been checked because I remember the game between Chelsea and Aston Villa yesterday during that Badashil push yesterday. We saw how VR to recheck that, and because that has a big consequence on that first goal scored by Arsenal in this game. So I was expecting VR should have checked that, but inconsistency of the VAR, when we're saying yesterday here in the studio that it might get to tomorrow or the next match and you see VAR allow something like that happen and accept it as a normal thing in a game of football. So to me, I think that push has a consequence on that goal, and VAR should have checked it, and that goal should not have started.
All right, the second goal, Yemi, can you just analyze it so that our viewers will know what actually happened?
It's just the second goal that came off from the run of play. Tottenham lost the ball in the Arsenal box, and Arsenal pounced on it, went on a counter. Kayavat found Saka down the right, and Saka just ran with the ball into the box, cut back to his left leg, and actually take the shot. So he took a shot, and he actually cut back into the box with his strong foot, and he took that shot and it went straight into the back of the net. So 2-0.
So overall, Jimmy, can you just analyze what we have seen from both teams so far in this encounter? This first 33 minutes or going to 34 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, it has been it's not a one-sided game, two-sided game. It's fair. In London derby, you never know how it can go. Arsenal are the ones that have drawn first blood here, and Tottenham have been attacking to we all know how dangerous they can be in attack and how they like to play high line. I still think they would get back into this game.
Right, so think they will get back to this game, and it's a battle. Arsenal with the ball trying to get their third goal here. But you know when it is not London derby, it is always a battle, and you can see, the intensity in the match, the fight, intention. Both sides actually want to win, but it is Arsenal who have gone ahead against Tottenham in this encounter.
Yeah, so Tottenham, Arsenal sends a long one forward for Carver to chase. But stretch his right hand towards that ball, and I think the referee should be warning him right there. That is not part of a fair play. Trying to use your hand to control the ball right there. So Tottenham restart via that free kick and back to Vicario, the Tottenham goalkeeper. Van de Beek's goal was cancelled earlier on in this encounter, chopped up for offside, leading to a goal at I think around the 20-something minutes of this encounter. So it's Tottenham building up for defense into attack. Find me Son in the box right there. Comes out of the box, try to link his teammate, but the Arsenal players are arriving to do their defensive duties right there. So 36 minutes in that encounter, the White Hart Lane right there in North London. It's Tottenham trailing 2-0 to their North London rivals, and the reverse fixture right there at the Emirates Stadium was 2-2. They actually shared the spoils. Maybe they will share the spoils today, only time will tell. But hey, that long pass forward for Salomon to chase, who was too much weight on that pass for him. Oh, Bentancur to chase. There was too much weight on that pass for him, and Partey had to shield that off. And it looks like whenever Partey is available, there's a balance it creates for Arsenal.
Yeah, there's a balance it creates for Arsenal in the midfield, because you see Declan Rice playing in a more central midfield position. He has the power, he has the agility to attack, to defend very well for Arsenal in the central midfield position. Not like unlike what's it called, Jorginho, who most strong output is on his passes from the back. So you have a player, you have a defensive midfielder who has the physicality of holding onto the ball in the midfield and has the ability to spring those passes in the midfield. So it brings a lot of balance into the midfield. Declan Rice won't have to do a lot of defending whenever he's playing alongside Thomas Partey in the midfield. It's just like what we saw in Chelsea whenever what's it called, Caicedo is playing in the midfield with Gallagher. Caicedo always have that freedom of moving forward rather than sitting deep to defend. So that is the balance Thomas Partey also bring into the Arsenal midfield, which is very good for them. And we've always talked about it, that whenever Thomas Partey is back, that midfield trio is actually going to have that balance.
They will have that balance right there. So it's corner kick to Arsenal, the 38th minute of that encounter. Can the Lightning strike the third time at the White Hart Lane, crossing to and Lightning has streaked again. Kai Havertz makes it 3 to Arsenal.
It's looking like it's really going to be a long night for Tottenham at home in the North London derby, and it's going from bad to worse.
Really long day for Tottenham.
Really going to be a long day from bad to worse, and it's looking like they don't have any answer to all Arsenal attack in this game. Kai Havertz is enjoying himself at Arsenal. I think this is his 11th goal in the EPL, and this has to be his best best goal returns season in the EPL since coming to England. Really good for him and really good for Arsenal. These are the games you need to get the victory. Still just keep on getting those victories and pile that pressure on Manchester City.
And I think this is a training ground routine right there. You see all the Arsenal players rushing forward at the same time. So to pick them, defend against them will be more difficult than the usual. So you just have to give it to that delivery. That delivery was a swift one into the box 6, and that made it 3 right there. And it's almost a very, very tall mountain to climb.
That's the problem I do have with what's it called, the manager of Tottenham. You attack too much. There's no room for him to for the players to actually try and identify where the problem is. They are all rushing forward, and if you're playing against a compact team, a team that is not rushing against you, it gives them that opportunity of picking you at peace easily, and that is what Arsenal has done against Tottenham today. I think it's really going to be trouble. The only team I think Tottenham might actually enjoy this kind of performance against might just be Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool, Manchester United right there. So it's Tottenham with the ball right now. And now their body it's now calm. The pigeon guys, we say their body don't calm down. So after taking in three, that is massive. You don't rush anyhow, leaving your defense, playing against a clinical team like Arsenal. And I think they should have learnt a lot from Chelsea. See how clinical Arsenal is getting since January. You could have learned it a lot. And at least be defensively aware. We saw Pep Guardiola coming into the Premier League first season. Second season, he had to adjust. Maybe Postecoglou will adjust.
Yeah, we'll see him adjusting because this at the end of the day, he needs to know this is not the Scottish League when he was managing Celtic.
Yeah.
This is not Celtic. This is Tottenham. You are managing. Even against Manchester City, if you're playing this type of formation against them, they are going to pick you apart. So I think it needs to come down to reality.
But luckily, they've defeated Man City 1-0 this term, Jimmy.
Yeah. And I think for that third goal, Tottenham should be doing better because you know how dangerous Arsenal and a set piece. They are probably the most dangerous team on set piece in the league. So I think Tottenham should be doing better defending the set piece.
Yeah, they should be doing better right there. So Arsenal want to pounce on that attack, but hey, there was too much weight on that pass and straight to that Tottenham player who's trying to build from defense into attack. And hey, Hofberg is not really having a great day as a Tottenham player right there. So 41st minute of that action is Arsenal 3, Tottenham 0.
Yeah, Arsenal 3, Tottenham 0. And quickly, let's look at the formation. Arsenal is playing 4-3-3. While Tottenham is playing 4-2-3-1. And the lineup for Arsenal, starting from the goalkeeper, Raya is the goalkeeper for the day. The backline, White, Saliba, Gabriel, and Tomiyasu. Then we have those three men at the midfield, Odegaard, Partey, and Rice. Then the three men forward, Saka, Havertz, and Trossard. Then for Tottenham, we have Vicario, the goalkeeper. And the four-back men here is Davis, Van der Beek, Romero, then Peru. Then we have Hodgberg, Bentancur. Then the three men behind the forward man, we have Werner, Madison, and Kolowski. Then Song is a man forward. That is the lineup for this encounter.
Yeah, when you see this is practically how Tottenham has been lining up this season, playing Son up forward and playing Madison right behind him. And I think this setup has really been effective for Tottenham this season. But you know, it's football. Sometimes you go deep in form, and I think that's what has affected Tottenham right there. But they're still fifth, and they have 2 games in hand. So I think Tottenham can still come back and at least fight for that last Champions League spot.
Do you think that? No, I think that after this game, the last spot might just be gone to Tottenham, to Aston Villa. They might be confirming their spot.
But they have 2 games in hand.
Okay.
Yeah, Tottenham has 2 games in hand right there. So, and after that 2 games in hand, there's still extra 3 games to go. So, and in football, anything can happen, even towards the dying embers of this game. So, Tottenham trying to turn defense. Yeah, I think it's almost done and dusted. If Arsenal doesn't sleep on it like Aston Villa did yesterday, Kulusevski attacking with the ball and finds Madison in the middle, who returns it back to his teammate, and it's Tottenham right there trying to find time and space to hurt Arsenal, and it's Tottenham trying to build up, finds that guy on the left hand who came in from, and that cross was headed out by Saliba, who has been solid for Arsenal this season. And pushing it to you, Shegun, what do you think should be the player of the season, this Premier League season?
Well, I think it has to go straight to Phil Foden, a fantastic player for Manchester City this season. His utility has really helped them, even when they lost De Bruyne to injury. I know it never really made them feel that his absence in that team. He's one of the leading lights in the Manchester City squad this season. So I think if Manchester City wins the league, then he's a very good candidate, or a sure candidate for the player of the year. Player of
Jimmy,
the season.
what do you think? Player of the season, Premier League this season?
Yeah, I think we have a couple of players that we have to mention and respect, like Oli Watkins. Oli Watkins is
and a long ball for Son, controls this one and he roofs it up for that was a golden chance. The balloon. So.
Yeah, Oli Watkins, Phil Foden, Cole Palmer. But I think Manchester City winning the league would give it to Phil Foden.
So Son missed a golden chance right there. Good first touch, but the finish was nothing to write home about right there. So it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal at the 45th minute of that encounter. Arsenal leading 3 goals to 0 at White Hart Lane at this point in time.
Yeah, Arsenal leading 1-0 at this point in
3
time.
0.
I'm sorry, 3-0, sorry, at this point in time. And it's a surprising result for Aston.
No, a
Tottenham.
result.
Yeah,
Scoreline.
Scoreline, yeah.
Yes.
Surprising result for surprising
Scoreline,
scoreline for
yeah.
Tottenham, because I thought it's going to be a very tight encounter, because I was looking at Tottenham to be the only team that will pose a threat to Arsenal going forward to like getting the EPL. But hey, I think it's even one of the easiest, because even when they played against Arsenal, against Chelsea, the first half was still battle, not like this 3-0, but it was the second half that they got more of a goal. But here, Tottenham, Arsenal is just they're getting it easily, and they're just moving the way it's going. I think maybe they're going to get like 5 goals in this encounter, but hey, it's not over yet. So far so good. We've seen Arsenal score 15 goals through corner kicks in just this season alone. How massive it is!
Yeah, it is a massive one for any team to take advantage of their set piece. It is very important, the free kicks and the corner kicks. And when you look at the way they've prosecuted it, a lot of it has gone through training ground routine. And that's a massive one for us now. Getting those 15 goals is a good one.
Yeah, getting those 15 goals is a good one, and it is Tottenham in the 18 box of Arsenal. Hey, we didn't get the first goal, no, but that one has been cleared out by the defense of Arsenal, and Arsenal have won a throw win in this encounter.
Goal kick.
Is it a goal kick?
Yeah, goal
Yes.
kick.
Right. So that is the situation. So talking about post Koglu, first season in the Premier Leagues, Jimmy, are you impressed with what he has actually done?
Yeah, I'm impressed because Tottenham have always been that team that have been around. They don't really contend for the title. They just hang around that top 4 environment or top 5, top 6. But yeah, he has achieved Europe in his first season already. I think if he doesn't get Champions League, he's definitely going to get Europa League. So it's a good season for him.
It's a good season for him. And wherever you are, you can be part of this show. You can send in your predictions, send in your comments, and also don't forget to like our page. And if you have not subscribed before, please do well to subscribe to Premier Sport Fan Center.
Yeah, it's Arsenal attacking right now in the final third. And it's still Arsenal trying to find space. Finds Ben White at the edge of the box. But the referee says it's going to be an offside. So, 3rd minute of additional time out of the 6th minute the referee added. Arsenal still leading 3 goals to 0 at the White Hart Lane. So, Tottenham currently in possession of the ball. Vicario finds his teammates down the right of the defense, and it's Tottenham trying to play from defense into attack, trying to build up right there, and they need to be careful so that they don't just concede the 4th goal from these moves.
They really need to be very much careful, because it's just them doing a lot of the playings. We saw the ball possession the last time out. It was 73 to 27, 73 to Tottenham, 27 to Arsenal. But it's not really about the ball possession. It's about putting that ball into the back of the net. I think they might just need to score 1 goal in this first half. If that goal is not coming out in this first half, then they will really find it hard in the second half to score against this Arsenal team.
Yeah, they can find it hard, and that's a rebound there from that Tottenham player, but headed out by the Arsenal player right there. And it's still Tottenham, and Tottenham wins possession back via Madison and drops this for his teammate who cuts into the box but lose that one. And the referee says it's play on, but Arsenal wins
counter.
it back, and Kai Havertz with the ball and wins that free kick for Arsenal at this point in time. So, 4th minute of additional time. Approaching the 5th minute of additional time, is still Arsenal leading 3 goals to 0 at this point in time.
Arsenal leading 3 goals to 0 at this point in time, and the other match between Bournemouth versus Brighton is 1-0. In that encounter, that goal was scored by Senesi of Bournemouth, and it's looking good for them so far. And it is Arsenal attacking from the right wing, And that one has been cleared out by Tottenham. But hey, Arsenal recovered that. Let's see what comes out of it. Oh, he has one. Oh, but he tried, just to squeeze the ball into the 18 box, but hey, he didn't get that one. And it's Tottenham who has recovered the ball now, trying to attack from the midfield. He has option on him. He decided to go to the central midfield and now to the right wing. Can he beat Trossard? Yeah, he give him body move and a cross there. Anybody there to hit it? No. But that one has been headed out by Ben White of Arsenal, and it's going to be a corner kick to Tottenham.
Yeah, corner kick to Tottenham right there. Porto actually distracted Trossard with that very quick turn to his right hand side, to his right foot right there, and they just put in that cross and was cleared out by that Arsenal player. So corner kick to Tottenham, who crossed that one, but headed out by the Arsenal player, and Kulusevski takes a 360 turn, goes and cross into the box, and that's a shot. But
looks
hey,
like there's a number there.
it looks like there's a number
that's
there.
Johnson.
Yeah,
Johnson with that
Johnson,
chance
yeah.
there, but I think that was a wasteful chance from Tottenham there. They should be putting that into the back of the net. Look at that loop shots there from what's it called, from Kulusevski. Good cross into the box, but the referee's not having any of that, and it's going to be a corner kick to Tottenham. It's about the last minutes of the first half. They are really looking for that first goal in this game, because they know how dangerous it is going to be in the second half for them to pursue these three goals in the second half is really going to be hard.
But we saw Chelsea come back from a 2-goal situation and almost got the winning goal.
And that was Aston Villa, but this is Arsenal, a team who is
But
also
Aston Villa
gone
defeated
for the
Arsenal
EPL.
2-0.
No, 3-0 up is really a very big, different ball game. Coming into the second half, Tottenham will have to come all out against Arsenal, and they will open themselves for more goals to be conceded.
So 3-0 at half time. The referee has brought the game to a pause, and heading to the dressing room is what the players are doing right now. And it's going to be a long second half for Tottenham. Can they find their way back into this encounter? Football is filled with surprises. With once another surprise happened at the White Hart Lane, only time will tell right there.
Yeah, and I don't know why it's so difficult for Tottenham to whenever they meet against Arsenal, it's not always a good result. They don't get most time. Like Tottenham have just won one out of the last 6 Premier League games against Arsenal. They drew 1 and they lost 4. With their 4 defeats in this run, as many as they have suffered in their previous 16 against the Gunners, 6 win and 6 draw. So they've not had a very good head-to-head with against Arsenal. Today is not looking good so far so good.
Yeah, it's not looking good at all. This game can really get scary because 3-0 down at halftime. They want to, come all out in the second half, and they will leave spaces at the back, and they can get penetrated. More goals can go in for Arsenal.
Yeah, and another thing again, Heung-min Son's brace in the reverse feature make him the 6th highest scorer in North London derby history across all competition. The only player to score multiple goals in both North London derby matches in a league season was Arsenal Ted Drake in 1934-1935 season. And today, do you think he can get, because against Arsenal, in the reverse feature, it's called the brace against Arsenal.
It wasn't in the same situation as last season. This season, this season they are losing 3-0. Last season they had an advantage over Arsenal. And when you look at Heung-min Son, he hasn't really looked like that Heung-min Son we saw before the Asian Cup of Nations. He hasn't really gotten back into that form of life. So though he might just be a goal threat for Tottenham going forward against Arsenal, he might be their likeliest person to get them that needed goal. But coming into the second half, big 45 minutes to come in this game. If there are going to be small goals in that second half, I think it might just be Arsenal getting more goals in the second half.
Right, it is Arsenal that will be getting more goals in the second half. What about you, Jimmy?
Yeah, like I said before, Tottenham coming all out in the second half would leave spaces for Arsenal to exploit in the second half. So I think there are more goals in this game. Tottenham can definitely get 1 or 2 goals, but it's a matter of who scores more.
Yeah, it's a matter of who scores more. So far, so good. Can you just analyze the first half so far? What you've seen so far in the first half?
Yeah, good first half for Arsenal, especially the first half of the first half. The first 15, 20, 30 minutes from Arsenal, they came out serious. Tottenham were a bit unlucky to have their goal cancelled for offside, and they pushed on. But them attacking is leaving spaces in their defense, and I think that's what's letting them down. They need to find a way to balance attack and defense. But good first half from Arsenal and deserve the 3-0 lead.
We saw Saka score in the reverse feature against Tottenham. Hey, he has gotten another one again. Both the reverse and at home against the Tottenham, he scored against them.
Yeah, good one for Saka. He's like Arsenal's most dangerous player when it comes to goal scoring, and I think that goal was a bad defending from Davies, the left back for Tottenham. He should not be showing Saka his left leg, because you know how dangerous Saka can be in a strong foot. I think if he's showing Saka his right foot, he may not be able to score. He has a lower chance of scoring from his right side, so he shouldn't have shown Saka his left side.
Yeah, he shouldn't have shown Saka his left side. And let's look at the statistics of this encounter so far. It is Tottenham who has actually dominated possession in this encounter. These days, gradually becoming, we know Arsenal to be a positional team. They dominate most of the possession, but gradually it's like they've shifted from possession playing football to more effective football where they get the result. We see Tottenham dominate 71% to 29% for Arsenal. Then goal attempt is 8 for Tottenham and 4 for Arsenal. Then a shot on goal, none for Tottenham and just 2 for Arsenal. Then corner kick, 5 corner kick for Tottenham and 2 for Arsenal. How does this statistics reflect
Well,
the
it's
result?
possession-based team. So when you look at Arsenal, you look at them against some teams. There are some teams that you can't keep possession, no matter how good you are. They are going to overrun you. And when you play high-line football, the way Tottenham are playing high-line football against Arsenal, it's all indices are there that they are going to play Arsenal, because they will have the ball and they are running towards the Arsenal backline or the old Arsenal team. So I think there's no way Arsenal are going to actually play high-line football almost the same way Tottenham are going to play it, because they'll really put themselves in a lot of problem against this Tottenham team. So the best thing for them to do is just wait and relax and hope and see that Tottenham lose the ball in dangerous position and they hit Tottenham on the counter. Look at that goal scored by Bukayo Saka. That is how you eat a high-line team on the counter. Look at Chelsea yesterday playing against a low-block team, holding on to possession, having about 73 of the ball possession yesterday also. But penetrating through the back line or creating an opening through the back line of Aston Villa was actually a problem for them yesterday. So there are sometimes you have your own possession, but what you do out of it is what really matters. For the whole 73% of ball possession Tottenham has had in this first half, they've not been able to have one shot on target, which shows how bad they are, when it comes to breaking into the Arsenal defense. And you have to give it to the Arsenal defense in this game. They've been so compact enough to keep the Tottenham attackers out of this game. Look at Timo Werner, you look at Yumi Son, you look at Brian Johnson up front for Tottenham. These players have find it hard to even just break through that defense wall, which is one of the reasons why Tottenham are facing this problem. Because when you attack as much as they are attacking, you expect them to actually break through the defense line of Arsenal, which has eluded them in this game. That is one reason why they've been struggling so much in this game. It has really been working out the way Arsenal wants it to work out in this encounter. They've had Tottenham where they want them to be. Let us eat them on the counter when they come all out attacking against us. And that is why I'm having my big problem with the manager of the Tottenham manager, Angel. After considering the first and second goal, he should have reduced the tempo of that game. Try and understand and look for that loophole in that Arsenal defense and try to work on it and penetrate through it. But he never gave room for that. Even after losing 3-0, it's still all attack from Tottenham. It's just like one-way traffic football for them. That is the only thing in their head. Reminds me of when Bercia was the manager of Leeds United. Even when they're losing 7-0, 8-0, they are still attacking with no full intention. And when you attack with no intention, it only creates more risk for your defense line. And that is why Tottenham are actually suffering this first half. 3-0.
Right, that's why Tottenham suffering in this first half 3-0. That's a beautiful analysis from Sheffield himself. You might, I was asking Arsenal fan, like said, can you just speak like just Arsenal best player? Arsenal don't have any best player. Arsenal
You see what I'm saying? Wait, just
all rounder that everybody's.
no. I don't think everybody is a good player. Every player has his own defect. It just depends on how the coach maximizes their potential. So I think the way Arteta has meant everybody together to play as a unit. That's why they think that they don't. Against Aston Villa 2-0, you see people coming out and waxing lyrical, complaining. So it's because Arsenal is winning. That's why they are finding it hard to get to say things against them. If it's a side that is struggling with results, they will start picking out players, calling out players right there. So, and when you look at it, even that Tottenham goal went from a double deflection.
Which of the goal? The first one?
The goal that was disallowed.
Okay.
It went for a double deflection. And the one thing I don't just understand is why Big Mobile has decided to be controversial. I don't know if they are doing it for press sake, but these things are hurting those teams, and they don't care.
But sometimes, is it because we are watching it that we are seeing it here? But is it the deliberate thing?
Let me tell you what I think. I sincerely think that is a deliberate act, because there's nothing like bad publicity. Publicity is publicity. So now, with this decision now, this can be the subject of discussion from now till next weekend. And people will keep deliberating and talking about it. So it's publicity. So I think one of the things they do.
Look at that. Look at that. Also, even push on the goalkeeper there from Ben White. And I think they've mastered that art. That was how they scored the first goal. Look at that push on the goalkeeper, Vicario from Ben White there. And the referee was there. So there's no way you tell me you didn't see that there was a push there.
There are a lot of questions begging for answers from the officiating of the Premier League. And I think that any which way, whatever it is, Tottenham will just accept it. The goal has stood. They will just have to play on and see if they can come back into this game. Because this Tottenham that I see, they can hurt us now. But it's now a question of if they are presented with the chance, will they take it?
I don't see them scoring 3 goals against Arsenal in this game. And I don't see them stopping Arsenal from scoring more goals in the second half. If Tottenham are going to score in this game, then Arsenal are definitely scoring more goals. Because you look at the pattern Tottenham are playing in this encounter against Arsenal, you see it within yourself that Arsenal still have more goals in them in the second half.
What is your opinion? Or do you share the same view with Yemai? Because we have seen consistently back to back, we've from our own view here, and even after he confirmed that the referee made a mistake, and he was thinking that it's a deliberate act. Do you share with him that some of these errors are deliberate acts? Shegun.
Yeah, it's not. I don't really think it's a deliberate act, but I think it has to be, this kind of mentality of you don't really care or you don't really believe it's really like that. Because I think if we are looking at the referee and saying it's a deliberate act from the referee, what about the VAR who are seated there? We have about 4 persons in the VAR box there, having a review of seeing these games from different different angle, different camera angle, and their decisions is still to leave that or leave that situation as it may have happened. So I think it's not really deliberate. It's just the way the EPL is set for, and we just have to take it like that. What they'll do is on Monday they come out and start apologizing. But 2 goals I've seen in this game, probably it has to be with deflection or deliberate pushing. That was a deliberate push on Vicario, and that was an earlier deliberate push on Davies when he could have defended the ball. And this should be having consequence. If Badashil push yesterday was adjudged to be a foul, it shows the inconsistency in the EPL referee laws or rules or the way they guide up their game. And I think that consistency is what is needed in the EPL.
All right, that consistency is what is needed in the EPL. Before the commencement of the second half, let's look at the bench of the 2 sides. For Tottenham, we have Austin Besoma, Draquisen, Emerson Royal, Gilby, then Lakelso, Richard Edison, then Sarr, the Senegalese. So that is the lineup for Tottenham. This name mentioned so far. Which of these players do you think can come in, Jimmy, can come in this in the second half to add value to it?
Yeah, maybe Emerson Royal, it can cause us now problems in that right hand side. But I think
take Puro out for Emerson Royal.
Yeah, maybe.
How?
maybe if Poro is getting tired in
There's
this
no point.
70th minutes, maybe you can bring him on. You never know what your substitutes can do. But I think as now Tottenham have their best 11 on the pitch right there.
Yeah, yeah, mate. Which of these players do you think can come in the second half? We're looking from the field, which player has not actually done well, and we'll also look at his possible replacement for Tottenham.
Yeah, I just think Tottenham should be tilting towards bringing in Pape Matassa and Bissouma in the middle, because I think those midfielders not done justice to what they should be doing in the midfield right there, especially the pivotal. I've not seen them do what is expected of them. So I think they should really bring in those two guys to stabilize the midfield, but at least one of them. And Lo Celso can do maybe a little going forward, because they don't have that rich bench as much as that.
Keeping Richarlison on the bench and having Pepe Matassa on the bench, I think those two players might just be coming in the second half for them, because Timo Werner is out of this game already. He was replaced by what's it called, by Johnson Brenner Johnson, after going out injured. So it's probably you can take Yumi Son to the wing and return Richarlison to the striking position, so he can create a lot of problems for the Arsenal defense. Yumi Son is not a striker, and that is one of the reasons why we've not really seen that penetration from the Tottenham attackers against Arsenal. But when you have a Richarlison up front, he might not get amongst the goal scorers, and on his own good day, yes, he scores a lot of goals, but he brings in this kind of different dimension to the Tottenham forward line. He knows how to disturb the back line of any team. So I think he might be bringing that into the Tottenham squad. And when you're bringing in what's it called, Oshberg is not really having the best of game today. So I think they can think of trying to replace Oshberg with with either Pape Matassa or Bizoma in the second half, so as to create stability in that midfield. That midfield has actually been overrun by the Arsenal midfielders. The Arsenal are not having but a lot of ball possession. Tottenham were dominating ball possession, but you can see the transition once Arsenal get on the ball. The way they hit Tottenham immediately on counter. That is the right substitution. Yes, bringing inside. I think there's a need for that stability in the midfield.
All right, let's quickly look at the Arsenal bench before the match commences. The players are back on the pitch. Any moment from now, it will start again. And Gabriel Jesus is on the bench. Jorginho, Kiwo, Martinelli, Nketiah, Ramsdale, Smith Rowe, Vera, and Zinchenko for Arsenal. Which of the Arsenal players has not actually done well? And who do you think are the possible replacement for Arsenal?
Yeah, maybe Martinelli for Trossard, because in the front line, Havertz has been fantastic. 1 goal, 1 assist. Saka also with 1 goal. Not to say Trossard hasn't done well, but just bringing Martinelli for that, you know how much of a threat he is on the counter, and looks like the system Arsenal are going with.
All right, let's look at the missing players quickly so that we can go back to the running commentary of the match going on right now. For Tottenham, the missing player, we have Foster, Sasagno, then Skip, Solomon, then Odige. They are all out injured in this encounter. Then the only player lacking match fitness is Timber for Arsenal. That is the only player on that list. Arsenal is enjoying a good run of free injuries so far in this season right now.
Free injury or injury free?
Injury free, yeah, injury free, yeah. Thank you very much. Injury free. So that is the situation. So wherever you are, you can be part of the show. Remember to send in your comments, whatever your thoughts are on this match. So the match have started. Yeah.
So free kick to Arsenal in the Tottenham half at the 47th minute of that encounter, and that was a tackle by Olberg on Martin Odegaard, the Norwegian international, who will be absent from the Euros that will start at the end of the season with Norway, with Germany being the host of the competition. So Norway will not be there, and I think that will be a good chance for Odegaard to actually get some rest after a long season he has had with Arsenal, because he has played almost every game for Arsenal. Only a few games that he was absent right there. So free kick to Arsenal, that cross into the box, headed straight, but Vicario tried to save that one, but it didn't go on target. So it was an header bound to go out of play right there. So it's going to be a goal kick to Tottenham at this point in time. 48 minutes of that encounter is still Arsenal leading 3 goals to 0 at the White Hart Lane.
We saw the match at Manchester City played. We saw that diving header scored by De Bruyne. I think nobody has scored that kind of goal. Hey, this is a trial here, but hey, if you look at the distance, De Bruyne headed that ball into the net. It was so beautiful.
No, it's about the attempt. A lot of goals has been scored via header, even diving header, as very far from the goalpost. But it is a good attempt. Diving header, players score diving header week in, week out. But that was a beautiful one. Why? Because it is De Bruyne that scored it. It is De Bruyne that hardly score goals like that. I think that would be his first headed goal since he joined the Man City. So that's why there's the noise about that goal right there.
All right, we have a message here. One from Benedict Boniface, and he say, Arsenal, my Arsenal. They are proud, you know. They are proud. They are making mouth now. You know, they're talking. And another one, Richmond Sport, wherever you are, we are seeing you because we have been reading your messages consistently in Premier Sport Fans. And he say here, it will be unfortunate if Arsenal does not win the EPL this season.
I don't think there will be anything unfortunate if they don't win the league. It's just a regular season. I think Manchester City are also doing very well to win the league, and you also have Liverpool, who I think might have just bottled the league, but they actually deserve to win this EPL. If you look at how much Liverpool have stayed at the summit of the league this season, then you ask yourself the questions: why have they bottled it when it really matters most? So I think the most deserving team to actually win the EPL this season might have just been Liverpool. But fortunately, we have Arsenal and Manchester City in the running right now.
And to be fair on Liverpool, they've had their crisis with injuries, and Nations Cup too didn't do them a whole lot of good. So if you now look at, based on some of those factors, Liverpool has really tried to win this season. They had their fate in their hands, but they threw it away by losing so many chances at the Old Trafford, starting there and the other venue where they started dropping points unnecessarily. So I think they have themselves to blame. Next up, Slot should actually bolster the squad. Let them have a rich bench. It's very important. And most likely, with what is going on there, it looks more likely that Salah will be leaving Liverpool at the end of the season.
And it's Brentford
has made it to
Bournemouth,
Bournemouth
who has just made it 2-0 in that game, and that is another team who are really doing very well in the EPL this season. You know, a modest team at the Vitality Stadium, a modest stadium, also, you know, showing how promising they can be this season. Coming into the season, a lot of people never really gave them, you know, that opportunity of finishing in the they're currently in the 10th position with 48 points, on same point with Chelsea, which is actually good one for Bournemouth this season. And Dominic Solanke has really had a very great season with them this season.
Yeah, Dominic Solanke is having a great season with Bournemouth right there, and that's a foul by Davis on Bukayo Saka. The referee says it's going to be a free kick at the 51st minute of that encounter. And still Arsenal leading 3-0, but Bournemouth has made it 2. So it's now Bournemouth leading 2-0 against Brighton. Right there, Brighton and Hove Albion. The team coached by Roberto De Zerbi. And with the look of things, it might look like De Zerbi is getting tired of the job. Because once he raised
he said yes.
Yeah. So, De Zerbi, he started well, you know, and well, sometimes a lot of things happen in a team, and it changes the face of the game. And it's Arsenal with the ball now, building off from their back line. Ben White with the ball to Bukayo Saka. I give that one. Hey, that was a loose pass there, and it's Tottenham attacking from that loose ball. What did he do with the ball? 3 defenders, him trying to beat them. Hey, he went down, but play on. Hey, he was expecting the penalty there.
Yeah, I think he played himself into that. Kliveski, you would have expected a player who is a very good player like him. You'll have expected him to do something very good with that ball, meaningful with that ball. Look up and fit your player, or he has that good shot. So I think he should have gone for that shot rather than going into a crowd there. You don't expect the crowd to allow you to just, you know, walk your way through the defense. And that was a clean defending work from Thomas Partey and Gabriel combination there.
That's a swift defensive work right there. Trossard approaching the box, sent it for Tomiyasu. And a cross to find Bukayo.
Ah! Save there.
And that was a good save by Vicario. Bukayo Saka just lost a jackpot.
Wow.
There.
That was a sweet move from by Arsenal. Look at that sweet move. Hey, it was
That
on.
was
Offside. That would have been outside.
That would have done outside.
That would have been
Alright.
outside, yeah.
Yeah, thank God they miss it.
So
Because
that's
it's
a
better to
corner
miss it than to
kick
score it and begin to.
You don't know the inconsistency of EPL. You might think it's what's it called?
Offside.
It was given as a corner kick, right?
Yes.
So that goal might have been given.
No, it won't be given. If it was a goal, there will be a review. So there won't be a review since it's a corner kick. So corner kick to Arsenal right there, and back to their training ground routine, and looking for a way to at least destabilize the Tottenham setup defensively. So look at the way they are back, and most of them are trying to run in. I think about 6 bodies in the box for Arsenal, and look at where they ran through, headed out by that Tottenham player right there. So is still Arsenal in possession of the ball, but Tottenham wins it back. Kulusevski with the ball right now, tries to dribble, but he couldn't keep possession. Arsenal back in possession again, sent it straight to Poro. Poro wins it back for Tottenham, but sent it straight to Martin Odegaard for Arsenal. And it looks like these two teams are playing to one another.
Yeah, you can see how much Arsenal are caging Tottenham right now. In Tottenham, very close to they're caging them very close to their own box 18 now, which is really, really making it hard for Tottenham to break out against the Gunners. You can see the way they've come into the second half. They're not even giving Tottenham that room to that bridging space. You can see where Arsenal are actually defending at right now. It's very close to the center cycle, which is really making it hard for Tottenham to find a breakthrough. They are not getting that space as much as they're getting it in the first half, which is really making it hard for them in the second half now.
It's going to make it hard for them because time and space is very important for you to do anything meaningful with the ball as it is. So it's I think a throw into Arsenal or a free kick.
Yeah, throw into Arsenal in the other match is a corner kick here. A free kick, quickly taking the header there. And it's Brighton trying to get one into the back of the net of Bournemouth. But look at the tall defenders of Bournemouth. They headed that one out and still good defensive again. Brighton decide to go to the left wing to see if they can get a possible way in. Oh, that was a beautiful control of the ball. And it crossed in.
Johnson.
Headed out again, and Bournemouth recovered the ball.
And Johnson one-on-one against White.
The end product.
Crossed the ball, but White blocked that one out. For a corner kick to Tottenham at the 56th minute of that encounter. Madison about
I think
to
the
take that
end
corner.
product might have just let him out there, because after the first dribbling, you've gotten a White away from the road. I don't really see any reason for him to go outward again, and that is still
And
what
that
is
corner kick was headed out by that Arsenal player.
okay. So let's see what they'll make out of this. This is a chance for them to attack against Arsenal, getting very close to the Arsenal half. But the biggest problem they've been facing is still breaking through that Arsenal defense. They need to find a way to penetrate through that defense.
Yeah, they need to find a way to penetrate. Right there, Madison with the ball at the left-hand side of the attack for Tottenham. Madison trying to find time and space, returns it to his teammate Davis, and he's still Tottenham trying to create time to hurt Arsenal. But the intention was right, the execution was wrong for that Tottenham player. Kulusevski finds Poro with the ball with that shot and went straight.
Wasteful effort from him.
He put the ball, And now it's going to be a good kick to Arsenal there. Arsenal comfortably leading 3-0 in this encounter. I think a lot of pundits have thought that this will be one of the toughest match for Arsenal, but they have been cruising. They counted Chelsea, but they cruise cross Chelsea. And Tottenham now, they're having a cruise against Tottenham. Then who can stop Arsenal? But just Man City.
Is still to come at the Old Trafford. It's a very tricky ground to go. So it's Arsenal attacking right there down the left, but his shot was blocked. by that Tottenham player right there, and he's still Arsenal in possession, set it straight for Tomiyasu, and Tomiyasu with the ball finds Declan Rice, who touched for Odegaard straight to Kai Havertz, and Kai Havertz has given away a free kick to Tottenham.
All right, we have a message here from Mary Olubudi. Yeah, Mary Olubudi, we know you are an Arsenal fan, and they say 3 goals is not enough for the enemies of Arsenal. We need to beat Tottenham just as we beat Chelsea 5-0.
But the question is to what end? To what end? What shall it profit a team?
Havertz should be controlling that, or should have hit onto that immediately, not him waiting for that ball to actually, get. I think he was trying to control that. And that's the difference where you get from the difference between a striker and a midfielder.
The prolific striker is what Arsenal was making right there, because if that would be a better chance for Arsenal to get the guy result. So Partey has really brought that balance in the midfield today. He's just one player, one hell of a player right there. Who was the difference in the game between Ghana and Nigeria for the World Cup qualifier? That they successfully prevented Nigeria from going to the Qatar 2022 FIFA World Cup. Who knows, if Nigeria had qualified, maybe Nigeria would have stopped Argentina from winning. Maybe it would have been Nigeria that would win that one. So Ben White right there tries to find Saka, but was deflected straight to that Tottenham guy. Kulusevski now with the ball, try to fight time and space right there, and it's Poro back with the ball right there. Kulusevski 1-2, and it's just a possession in contention, but Declan Rice finally wins it back for Arsenal. Trossard right now play down to Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz at the edge of the box returns it to Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu with the ball returns it to Kai Havertz, and is Arsenal coasting home with this 3-0 lead, which is massive, because if a team fail to show up, they will be awarded 3 points and 3-0.
Yeah. All right, here another message here from Olubudi. Say, for my people in the studio, I hail Luna. There is still room for those who are willing to come and join us now. Anybody willing to join us now?
There can be nobody. How can you leave a team that has won the Champions League
Twice.
and say you want to and say you want to go and meet one team that in their ancestor years? And the funniest part is Arsenal is way older than Chelsea.
Yeah.
And the trophies Chelsea has won, Arsenal has not touched it. Not even touched. Talk less of winning.
All right, it is Arsenal who are comfortably passing the ball around the back line, and they are so happy with this. Tomiyasu with the ball. I decided to go back to Gabriel and back to David Raya, the goalkeeper, and drawing all the Tottenham, going some of the Tottenham players outside, and they have created chance here, but decided to go to the right now. Through Bukayo Saka, I have a run to make here. Can he beat his man? Yeah. I think they will predict him this time around. He did the same thing again. Oh no, he didn't shoot that shot this time around. Yeah, but he decided to run around and now back to the right wing. He has got assist there. Comfortably now, let's see if they can go through that wing. It is Bukayo Saka again. Decided going to the 16 box. But that has been cleared, and it's going to be a corner kick to Arsenal.
I heard you say 16 box. Is it the pressure for Arsenal that has made box 6 now 16? Because it is one thing to actually press, it is another to make it count. And predicted rightly, Bissouma too and Matassa is coming in.
Yeah, that's a shock prediction.
Bissouma and Richarlison coming in.
I spoke about
you predicted them bringing them in. But do you think it's right time enough or it's late?
No, it's looking late for me, but still, you can't really say it's late in football. Arsenal scored the 3 goals under 20 minutes, so we don't really know if Tottenham can also get 3 goals under 20 minutes. It's a game of football, so you can't say it's over.
The first midfielder that was in was Matassa. Came in at halftime, and Bissouma. Why I said that, and Shegun mentioned Richarlison, was that there was no balance in that midfield. So when there's a balance in the midfield, that is when Richarlison will get the ball, even if it comes on. So it's about creating first the balance. If there's a
Look
balance
look
in
at
that
that push
misses,
again. Look at that push
Son
again. I
can
think
score.
there's a new technique from Arsenal. The players, try and push the defender and take try and take just try and confuse the goalkeeper. And that was a push also in that defense for this set piece. So I think teams needs to be very much careful with this tactics that's not used whenever they are in set pieces and situation.
But sometimes they don't
It's
get
a
it.
cheat.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not all referee that tolerate that. Some referee punish them for it, and sometimes you look as if the referee is against this team. But hey, probably he had the look on what they do.
It's just that England doesn't look like a level playing field. When you notice this, clubs will go and petition the FA body that is in charge of complaints, and they will study the video evidence. And when they see, they start penalizing the club for it. So it's just that we don't know if Arsenal has a level playing field. And Maddison is off for Richarlison, and Olberg is off for Bissouma right there.
That's the right
Trossard
substitution to make.
for Martinelli.
Yeah, Trossard for Martinelli too, rightfully so. So that's a long ball forward intercepted by Saliba right there.
And Tottenham just make one in.
That's a goal. Wow.
That's
Goal.
a defensive
Finally got
mistake
his
there.
goal.
By
Finally
Raya.
got his goal there. Good goal for Tottenham there.
Yeah.
I think let's see if this will spur them back into this game. Romero with that goal for Tottenham finally got in a deserved goal in this encounter.
Yeah.
Let's see if this is going to spur them. Well, these are the kind of errors you make when you are in
That
your
can
comfort
change,
zone,
yeah.
but you just take unnecessary error and it's really going to put the team in problem. That is a bad error there from Raya, a keeper of his caliber, who we all
My
thought
God,
who is
indecision.
very good when it comes to holding onto the ball, passing with his foot there. He should be doing better. There was no need for that rush. What's in Ed was that pass there?
I don't know.
Indecision. Like,
Indecision.
he wanted to play it. He wanted not to play it, and like he just was just stuck at the middle. And at the end of the day, he gave that ball to the wrong person, and hey, he's been punished for that. 3-1. I think this will spoil Tottenham against it.
Let's see if it's going to spur them. It can also map doom for them also, because they might come all out against Arsenal. And next thing you're seeing Arsenal, getting that needed fourth goal in this game to kill this game.
Right.
So Arsenal sent that long one forward for the run of Kai Havertz, and Kai Havertz with the ball in Tottenham's half has linked up Bukayo Saka. Saka sent a long one to Martinelli, but was intercepted by that Tottenham defender. But Arsenal wins back possession. And Odegaard with the ball right now, trying to run at the box and set it straight for Kai Havertz across into the box, but was deflected off. But the referee says there's an offside in that build-up against Kai Havertz, so it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal at this point in time. Back-to-back clean sheet is off right now. Tottenham has actually stained that sheet. So it's Arsenal, Tottenham that is attacking via Kulusevski, who finds Poto on the right. Poto with the ball now, trying to cut in, runs into the box and a cross. Oh, Richarlison couldn't direct that one on target. That Arsenal player blocked it, and that was a clearance from Declan Rice right there. So 60 minutes of that action is now Tottenham trying to fight back. It's now 3-1 at the White Hart Lane.
So do we say the substitution is gradually paying off for Tottenham?
I don't think. I think it was just that error that is paying off for Tottenham. Because when you look at it, it's a psychological push. When you get one, look at how high Tottenham is now playing. And most likely they will consider another goal from Arsenal. If they keep it like this, not careful of their defense, they will consider another goal from Arsenal, because Arsenal will want to extend that goal cushion.
Yeah, I wonder how the Tottenham the defenders will be feeling after the game. Playing that high line, their legs will have been gone for.
I think they're used to it. They're used to it. So that's what they've been playing all season long. They've been playing high line football against almost every opponent they faced.
Yeah, so they will be most likely used to it already. You can see Postecoglou looking at the game in disbelief. He wouldn't be expecting his team to be down at this point in time against the Arsenal Football Club. 3-0. A defensive error led to them scoring one. Not really the best of finishing from Tottenham, right?
Yeah, not the best of finishing for them in this game. But let's see what they can still, muster out in the remaining 23 minutes of those games.
Yeah, so let's see what they will muster at. Saka going at Davis right there, cuts back, cuts into the box again, trying to find time to and Saka's shoot was blocked by that Tottenham player, and it will be going out for a throw-in to Arsenal. And Saka looks very tired, really tired, and you don't want to lose Saka for the remainder of the season.
I don't want to lose Saka for the remainder of the season. He has been one player that has actually contributed massively to Arsenal in that right wing. And we've seen so many times Arsenal have tried bringing in a place with A, but they're not really giving much as Saka gives to Arsenal. So I think it is time. This is a comfortable leading now for Arsenal. But do you think it's time for them for Mikel Arteta to substitute Saka so that he can rest?
Yeah, but the problem is, who does he bring in for?
Yeah, that is it.
Bukayo
Who
Saka?
does he bring into this game? Not when Arsenal losing. When Arsenal winning 3-1.
Yeah.
And it's looking like Tottenham are growing momentum. I don't think it's reasonable to take Bukayo Saka out of this game now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's not really the best decision, because the best form of defense is actually attack. If you can keep your opponent at bay, they won't really come at you. So at this point in time, it's still Arsenal leading 3-1. That throwing into the box went straight to Vicario. And Tottenham are trying to find a way back into this encounter. Out of the 3 goals, 1 has been scored back. Can they get 2 more goals in this encounter? Only time will tell. So Tottenham still attacking with ball down the right. Kulusevski trying to set up Puro on the right, and Puro tries to cut in but was deflected, was stopped by Tomiyasu right there, and Martinelli also was stopped by that Tottenham player. So 70th minute of that action at the White Hart Lane is Arsenal 3, Tottenham 1.
Arsenal 3, Tottenham 1, and it's a good result for Arsenal. And hey, it's a free kick here. Oh, throw-in for Arsenal, close to the center line there. And it is Tomiyasu who took that one back to Gabriel. And to Partey with the ball now. You have to swift down to Ben White. Ben White to Bukayo Saka. Hey, Bukayo Saka to Saliba. A beautiful turn there by Kai Havertz, but he didn't get that one right. It was blocked there. And Tottenham recovered the ball. And it's Busuma with the ball now from the Mayfield. What did he do? He tried link up Richarlison. And that's a beautiful pass.
Too much.
Yo, there was too much weight on that. And it has gone for a goal kick to Arsenal.
Yeah. Kulusevski is down now. He has been. But yeah, James Maddison was not having the best of games. I understand why they took him off. Because Tottenham are looking like they are lacking that link.
That should have been a foul.
Yeah, it should be a foul.
That wasn't given.
That wasn't given, yeah.
Yeah, Tottenham are looking like they are lacking that link from the midfield to the attack. But let's see if they are going to get it without their main man, James Maddison.
You know, Yamite, you never gave Arsenal a chance winning this EPL. You know, with the way it's going now, 60 points. You know, though we know Manchester City still having 2 games in hand. Are you gradually changing your mind towards them?
No, not changing. It's not about the issue of Arsenal not winning. It's about, will City drop any point till the end of the season? And when you look at their fixtures, the only team, if you look at those line of fixtures, the only team that is almost guaranteed will drop point is Arsenal, because at Old Trafford for some years now, Arsenal has been dropping points. Last season, Arsenal dropped all 3 points. So go and check the statistics. It's very clear to see. Even Tottenham is balanced, though they've dropped points in the first leg. If they don't drop the second leg, cool. But Manchester United, Arsenal already won the first leg. Man U is fighting for Europa place. And so
but with this Arsenal form, do you see them dropping points?
This
Arsenal, Manchester United,
this Arsenal lead has more to do with Tottenham playing eye-line. But you know that Man U will defend from the set goal against Arsenal. And they have pacey wingers that can hurt Arsenal. So it will be a very tough game. Man U will play towards the kind of way Aston Villa played. You know, Aston Villa frustrated most of the things Arsenal brought going forward. And second half, Arsenal got frustrated and actually lost concentration. that those goals came up. So Man U can do something like that. But hey, if they can beat Man U, then they will just have to still pray that City drops point. And if you think City will drop point, it's not really realistic.
Shego, do you share the same opinion?
Yeah, I don't really see Manchester City. It's going to be an offset for Manchester City, upset for Manchester City to drop a point. Looking at the last set of fixtures they have today, they are playing against Nottingham Forest, who is I think they're still fighting relegation, and they will be needing to come all out against Manchester City. So it's not always easy when you find yourself in that kind of situation. You're playing against Manchester City, so I think they'll fancy their chance taking a victory in that game. And after that, they have a date with Wolverhampton, who I think Manchester City will really find it easy to get a victory again. And you look at it, the only front where Manchester City are fighting this season is just the EPL and the FA Cup, which the FA Cup is settled because they're in the final already, so they can relax and wait to when they play that final. The rest of the games in EPL is just like a final game for them. And when you look at it, for every good team, for every win Arsenal is winning, Manchester City is also capable of getting those victories. So I think it might just be more easier for Manchester City when you look at the kind of games they have. After Wolverhampton, there's a date with Fulham, there's a date with West Ham. These are not teams that might really be, give them a lot of problems. The only team I think that might give them a lot of problems might just be the same Tottenham.
All right, this same Tottenham, and it's Arsenal in the 18 box. Hey, but that was a wrong pass there.
What's this?
That was a wrong pass from Tottenham, yeah.
Yeah, bad defending from Tottenham. If they're not careful, they can still concede another one. And I feel if Tottenham concede another goal, it's game set and match for Arsenal.
All right, and another defensive error there. Hey, but the referee signal an infringement against Tottenham. That would have been another defensive error, and Tottenham would have taken advantage of that to get that goal there. Well, it was offside, but you can see the frustration in Richard Listen. It was off, and the referee had to blow that, and the referee was right about that from this replay here so far. And that was a beautiful job from Partey. Yeah, beautiful job from Partey. And free kick to be taken by David Raya, who has been on duty all night long, because it has been an end-to-end encounter between these two sides. And right now it is Arsenal who is attacking from the right through Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka gives that one to Ben White. Ben White to Thomas Partey. Back to Bukayo Saka from the right wing. What did he do? They're trying to combine with Ben White, but he had to go back to Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey now to Gabriel. Gabriel with the ball across. That one there to Kai Havertz, but what did he do with the ball? Oh, they tried to link with his man Tomiyasu there, but he lost that one. And Richarlison now recovered the ball, trying to attack. But he has been brought down. He has been brought down by Saliba, and it's a free kick. Yeah, quickly taken by.
How are they not getting yellow cards for all this foul? Is really crazy to see. And you should allow play to continue. These guys are looking for a goal. You allow play to continue, not you just distract and play unnecessarily.
So Michael Oliver right there asked some questions to answer in this game, and you know that it's a game that has been marred with some controversy from the beginning of this game. I don't know why the officiators of the Premier League, the Pig Mobile, won't actually want to stay out of the headlines every week in, week out. I think there should be a legal action against Pig Mobile as far as I'm concerned. That every game they fail to officiate well, there should be a solid punishment for it.
There should be a solid punishment for it. And a free kick here about to be taken in Tottenham. Some of the men line up in the 18 box. Cross there. But to no one in particular. But cleared out by Saliba. And it's going to be a throw-in to Tottenham. Cleared out by Ben White there. It's going to be a throw-in to Tottenham in the 76th minute of this encounter. We have just less than 13 minutes to play in this encounter. And it's Arsenal who is leading 3-1 so far.
Yeah, Arsenal leading 3-1. Poto attacking down the right there, cuts into the box, but the referee says that was a dive, and Arsenal would like to pounce on that. And Kulusevski had to take one for the team right there. If he had let Martinelli on goal, it might just be resulting into a fourth goal for Arsenal right there. So Michael Oliver has taken Kulusevski name into his yellow card books right
But
there.
they should have
And
been
look at
been
a
a
foul.
foul.
That's
That's
definitely
a
this is
foul
a
for
foul.
Martinelli
You
there.
see,
That's a
the
foul.
officiating of the Premier League inconsistent. That's what we keep saying. These things are very clear to see.
These things are very clear to see, and it looks like this is the first yellow card in this match so far.
That's not the first yellow card. There was a yellow card shown on that foul against Richarlison earlier in the game. Maybe they've not updated because I saw the referee bring out his yellow card right there. But maybe it was rescinded, I don't know. So Bissouma with the ball in the center of the midfield finds Romero, the goal scorer, and it's still Tottenham trying to find time and space with the ball to try to penetrate to the Arsenal defensive lineup. And Arsenal defending with 10 men behind the ball, defending with their lives right there. And David Raya grabs that one, and he grabs it easily right there. So it's a game that is looking most likely like Arsenal will take this one.
Yeah, this is done and dusted already. It's going to take something unusual for Tottenham to get 2 goals from Arsenal in under 9 minutes. Something they've not done since the start of this game. It has really been Arsenal, holding on to Tottenham in the midfield. The defense has really been up to the task for Arsenal. They've held on to everything Tottenham has thrown to them, except for that defensive aura from the goalkeeper himself, David Raya.
So is Tottenham trying to attack right there? Long pass forward for the run of Johnson right there with the ball. Johnson trying to dribble Tomiyasu, cross into the box, but that's easily taken by David Raya, who has been massive today for Arsenal, except for that error leading to goal right there. So it's still Arsenal leading 3-1 at the 80th minute of this encounter. Well, a lot of things can still happen in 10 minutes of football.
Yeah, a lot of things can still happen. We've seen Chelsea score 2 goals in 8 minutes, additional time, not even regular time, regulation time. 2 goals in 8 minutes.
But this is not Chelsea. Funny enough, this Tottenham will play Chelsea now, and you think they are one of the very best team in the EPL already.
What I'm saying, the possibility that they can score 2 goals and equalize against them. Tottenham, but we don't know how many additional minutes.
It's a game of football, though. Anything can stay.
Yeah, we don't know how many minutes the referee is going to add. Yeah, already we are having like 5 minutes with the additional minutes. We will be playing like more 12, 13 minutes in this game. So it's enough time for Tottenham to wake up and give their fans something to check.
88 minutes. We still have 10 minutes to go in this game. And maybe it's an additional time, maybe 15, 20 minutes. We don't know how many minutes the referee will add. So the referee says play on Saliba. Gabriel finds Saliba. Saliba sends a long one forward for Bukayo Saka. But David had to foul him again, and it's now a yellow card to Davis, the left back for Tottenham. Too many harsh tackles on Bukayo Saka, and this is not the time that Arsenal wants to lose him.
No, this is not the time. He has been one of the best players for Arsenal so far this season. And but if I ask you, I know you can rate players very well. Like the 3 players that have actually done well for Arsenal that you are so impressed with this season.
If you talk about the players that has done well this season, you have to start with Declan Rice, who has made them better in the midfield. And you talk about the consistency of Odegaard. Then you have to look at Saliba, that has given them balance at the defense. And to the goalkeeper, David Raya, who has improved them in their all-round play from the back. So I think if you remove 2 of those guys per match, I think they will struggle.
All right, and it is Arsenal right now from Bukayo Saka back to the midfield and in total control of the ball so far this late minutes of the game.
It was the dying embers of this game, and it's free kick to Arsenal right there. Poro had to concede that one on Odegaard right there. So Arsenal has the free kick right there at the 2nd minute of that encounter. And it's Arsenal leading 3-1 at the White Hart Lane. And they don't look like they want to defend. they still want to attack every balls, and that is the way it should go, because the best form of defense is actually attack.
Yeah, sure. The best form of defense is to attack. So let's see if Arsenal will making something out of this free kick, and as well, Declan Rice will be standing on this for Arsenal. He will be looking to send an in-swinger into the box, and the England international sends one straight into the box. There is the defended by Tottenham Hotspur, and Tottenham will be breaking out on a counter against Arsenal right now, and easily brought down there is the Gunners, who has considered the free kick, and Tottenham are interested in starting play almost immediately. But Michael Oliver again, had to just keep them waiting from taking that almost immediately.
Now Thomas Partey has gone into the yellow card books of the referee right there, and his yellow card to Thomas Partey. So Bissouma right there finds Poro straight to Johnson, who came in for Timo Werner, who has been withdrawn due to injury, and Kulusevski just lost possession in the box, and that was a needless tackle from Martinelli, but the referee looked away from it because it was in the box. And I think that this game, it will trigger a lot of unfavorable comments from Mange Postecoglou, or maybe Daniel Levy. So it's Tottenham in possession of the ball. He finds Johnson tried to dribble in, but he had to return that one to Bissouma. Bissouma with that long pass down the left, set it from Son, and Son right there trying to look for time and space. And it's a cross into the box.
Oh.
And that's a touch of, and the referee
call for
says,
penalty, yeah.
I think the referee says play on.
Well, it's not too clear. I think there will need to be let's have a look on that. If there was if it was actually a penalty, but if you look at the reaction of the players, enough to tempt a referee to stop the game, and
These are players, these are footballers, so you never can tell if that was actually a penalty. Oh, that should be it.
That is a penalty.
Oh, he got him in front of the referee.
That's
in front of the referee.
That's a penalty.
That's the penalty.
That's
Look at that.
It's
just in front
Clear
of the
penalty.
referee there. What was he thinking? What did he want to tell us?
no, the referee you want to go for
To check what? That happened in front of him.
Yeah.
You can't tell me he got the ball there.
So if VAR failed to call him, that's what we.
There's no way he's going to tell me that he got the ball there.
didn't
He didn't get the ball there.
There's no way the referee will tell me
He
he
didn't
didn't see
see it,
that
yeah.
tackle.
Bad refereeing for
No.
Michael
So
Oliver.
many questionable decisions from the referee in this game. And we have the third goal in that game between Bournemouth and
Kluivert.
Brighton. Brighton is Kluivert, who has just scored the third goal for Bournemouth in that encounter. That's what the referee decisions is going to be. But that is so questionable.
That's
That
a
is-
yellow card and a penalty,
Yeah.
or even a red card.
He's not giving it. He didn't give
I
it.
don't understand.
I think he gave it.
Wait,
I
let's
think he
see.
gave it.
And I see.
Okay, I think he's going to give that as a penalty.
Has
If
to
he
give
doesn't give that,
Ah.
what will he say?
He has to give it.
Because he went to the
Yeah, it's a
screen.
penalty.
He
It's
gave
given.
it. That was a silly tackle from Declan Rice. Needless tackle.
But if you look at his intention, the intention was to clear the ball.
There's nothing about
you
intention.
don't
But there was
There's
a contact,
nothing
yeah.
When
like
you don't
intention.
intend without looking at your front. That's a yellow card and a penalty. If he doesn't give Declan Rice a yellow card, that's unfair officiating. Because a kick to some people will call it Broncos. They want to end the guy's future. That's a terrible one.
All right, that's why we say football is it's not over until it's over. And we see the Song who want to play it. He has played 4 penalty and he has not missed any. And this is Song versus David Raya. Let's see who the hero will be in this penalty shootout. And David Raya step back.
Not shut out.
Show his number 7.
Son.
It's
Yeah.
just a penalty, not a penalty shootout right
Yeah.
there. So, Son about to take this penalty
goal.
and he
Easy
scores
goal.
it.
It's 3-2.
Yeah.
So it's 3-2. Now
Game on.
we are in for a serious rush towards the end of this game.
When you
Defensive
look,
error.
when you look at some of the two of those 3 goals scored by Arsenal in this game, you would have expected that a referee in his right senses should be rechecking some of
Yeah.
those situations that led to that goal. He was
Yeah.
almost letting this off also.
Yes, now it was. In fact, he left it. It was Villa that had to call him. So if they didn't call him, and you know that the conversation to the clubs are privy to the conversations.
Yeah.
So I think Michael Oliver has a lot of questions to answer on this game.
does.
Really not a fair officiating to Tottenham, and they're playing at home.
They are playing at home. I think there is an infringement there against an Arsenal player.
Two Brazilian.
Two Brazilians right there.
I trust Richarlison. Will have talked back probably.
Yeah.
Just looked at him and said, "Oh, this is my brother." Probably that's why he didn't react there. Because Richarlison on a good day will have given. Oh,
It was even
so
the
Richarlison
one
went
that ran
straight into him.
But it looked like Gabriel was blocking his way.
No, it was Richarlison that ran into Gabriel intentionally, I think. So, free kick to Arsenal, 88 minutes of this encounter. And I think the additional time might be close
Well,
to 10
maybe having
minutes.
close to 10 minutes
Yeah.
because of additional time.
So, Kiwa is coming in. Kiwa is coming in
For Odegaard.
for Odegaard.
He was coming in for Odegaard, and Odegaard is just walking majestically.
Yeah, what a player.
trying to
I
buy
think
Odegaard.
Havertz will drop into
into
the
midfield.
middle. And it will be Odegaard, it will be Kai Havertz and Saka up front. So Arsenal wants to defend and defend. And Lo Celso too has been introduced by Tottenham. So it's time for that 9-minute rush. Will what Davis was withdrawn actually. So will what happened yesterday at the Villa Park happen to Arsenal today? And pressure Tiwa, as the Yorubas will say. So it's now time for those pressure-filled moments. It's corner kick to Arsenal. You saw that when Bizuma and Sarr came in.
Yeah, you have
The
to look at it,
balance
that
came
what
to the
really
midfield.
happened. Why was he going to put these two players on the bench?
That's what I noticed.
When you look at that goal scored by Bukayo Saka, you ask yourself, how do you allow a player to, the whole midfield to collapse for that goal? If you haven't players who are going to held back in that position, then you will have had someone, defending and checkmating the run of this Arsenal players. So I think the first half performance from Tottenham, it's all on the manager himself.
Oh.
That was almost going to the back of
Off
the
the
net.
line.
Off the line
By
from
Van de
Van de
Ven.
Ven.
Van de Ven with some good defensive work right there. Look at that.
Wow.
Van de Ven had to head that one out. Wow. So, 90th minute of this encounter, Arsenal still has a corner kick. And I think this is the time Arsenal should start the delay tactics. Just come to the corner flag, waste some time, kill the tempo of the game. If you keep allowing the tempo of the game to stay high like this, then you give Tottenham an advantage to work against you. And the cross into the box, headed out by Tottenham. Oh, the referee says it's a free kick.
Quickly taken by Tottenham, a moment to counter here and cross it in.
Sends a long ball forward right there, and it was cleared out by the Arsenal player right there, and it's Tottenham.
6 minutes
6
additional.
minutes additional time, and I think it's too small.
Yeah, we had about two VRs check in this second half.
And even the goal celebration this second half. So it's Tottenham trying to find this time and space to actually penetrate through the Arsenal defense right there. So it's Bissouma with the ball right now, passing around. Kulusevski finds his teammate down the left, and his Son driving towards the left-hand side of the attack. But hey, he's still Tottenham in possession, trying to find space to hurt Arsenal. And this will be a very painful goal to concede. But David Raya comes out and holds that one and holds it very well. So Arsenal still leading 3-2, second minute of the 6 minutes additional time. David Raya holding his ribs, every delay tactics by these players right there.
Yeah, by this player out there. And Song has increased his goal to 16 in the EPL so far, and 9 assists in the EPL. That's a very good one for him. Yeah.
So free kick to Arsenal at the second minute of additional time right there. you can see that battle between Pape Matar and Kai Havertz right there, and that the lineman had to just come to the rescue of Kai Havertz and said that would be an infringement against Tottenham Hotspur. So free kick to Arsenal in that dangerous area. Bukayo Saka restarts that play right there. Oh, Declan Rice touched it for Kai Havertz, trying to waste time, and it's going to be a throw-in to Arsenal at this point in time. No, to Tottenham at this point in time. And that's what I keep saying. You can't keep the momentum and say you want to defend well.
Yeah, growing quickly taken by Tottenham. And it is Arsenal who have all the defending to do here. Because right now, the Tottenham players are charged and they really want to do something. They really are anxious of equalizing this game. That's a foul there against Arsenal. And you can see the urgency applied by Richarlison. It's like he really wants to get a goal here today.
Tottenham needs to get a goal back. So the sense of urgency is just a normal thing. That was what I was complaining about the Chelsea squad yesterday. There has to be sense of urgency. You want to get a goal back, you have to just rush things because you are a goal down. And so Tottenham with that free kick into the box. And that was headed out by the Arsenal player.
Saliba.
Now, you know, these are what you get when you support some teams that can put your blood pressure. You know, you saw our producer in the studio was comfortably operating that phone.
And this is my
but now it's as serious. And that goes into the box. Oh, that was ended out by Arsenal right there. You can see the way he's now fully focused on the match.
A moment of counter, yeah.
So Vicario to the rescue and sets a sweet pass to Lo Celso. So Tottenham will still attack again. And this is a very painful moment. If Arsenal concede a goal, it will be very painful to them.
I don't see them conceding that goal in this dying embers of the game. We have about just 1 minute to go in this game. I think they'll defend with all their life.
They did against Porto in the Champions League, so they can repeat it again. Yeah. So let's see. Will Arsenal concede right there? Pressure till even our editor in the studio too is just trying to concentrate. You know, the cold is actually affected. And that's a cross from Son. Oh, that was cleared by Partey. And it's still Tottenham in possession. Wow. Saka plays it forward for the run of Kai Havertz. But Kai Havertz, he couldn't pace up and lost that one actually. That's where Arsenal will be ruined not having a prolific striker that has the pace to actually attack with the ball right there. So we are currently in the last minute of additional time. But you know, in additional time, it is at least the number of minutes the referee gave. So, and that's Tottenham in the box. Johnson right there finds Kulusevski. Can you do what Gallagher did yesterday for the cross into the box? And that's another corner kick for Tottenham. And now you can see Tottenham eating up the momentum, trying to get a goal in this encounter. Can they do it? Arsenal has been so solid defensively until those two defensive errors that led to that penalty and that goal. Yeah, and that's a free kick, corner kick right there, played into the box, headed out. And that's a follow-up shot, blocked. And it's still Tottenham in possession of the ball. Kulusevski running into the box, but Martinelli did a very good defensive work right there. And anytime from now, the referee should be ending this game because Son crossed the ball into the box and David Raya left that one. And that's the final result.
Wow. Arsenal will take this one as a hard-fought victory. You know, the first 3 goals scored in the first half was very much important, and that is what propelled them to this victory. I think Andrea Togo, the manager of Tottenham, will be feeling undone in this game. That he knows it's really actually a managerial fault in the first half. The team got a very good balance in the second half, and they got this victory. Good one for Arsenal. Good one for Tottenham also, but I think they'll be feeling that they should have gotten something from this encounter.
You know what I saw in the first half that even brought about talking about Pep, because when that midfield he lacked balance, Arsenal was just passing through the midfield easily. Nobody is checking the runs of Saka and all. So when he actually brought in Bissouma and matter side. When you first brought in Sa, you saw that balance was not still there until he added Bissouma. And that's the essence of it, because they have Son up front. Son can score. But there was no balance in the midfield to actually supply Son. So I think they have themselves to blame.
Jimmy, how impressed are you with Tottenham in the second half?
Well, similar to Chelsea yesterday, they only woke up in, when they got that goal late in the game. And I think if they had done, like you said, the substitutions earlier or started the games with those players on the pitch with a more balanced midfield, they will have, they might have had something in this game. But good win for Arsenal, at the end, that Attack FC, they almost drew the game. But yeah, thankfully, fortunately for them, they won.
BBC Yoruba will say, Ori Ogbade FC, meaning the head that doesn't accept crown.
But you can see Arsenal celebrating. They have not won the EPL, but it means a lot to them.
It looks like this is the toughest game they'll be having. But I think it's better they don't underrate Manchester United going into that tie at Old Trafford. Because yes, it's always a bragging right when you win the North London derby, and not even any out game at the White Hart Lane. It's a bragging right for Arsenal. Coming to the White Hart Lane and getting a victory. It's bragging right for all Arsenal fans who are based in London, because they go to work tomorrow. Banter a lot of the Tottenham fans that work. That yes, they came to the White Hart Lane and got a victory over Arsenal. So that's the joy you see on the players' face when you win a derby. It's always even more beautiful than the ordinary big matches.
Mainly because the fans live in the same environment. So you can easily start bantering, like Shegun said. So you banter each other back and forth. That's why it's always painful that those fans, they don't want to lose derby and the rivalry, but derby mainly, because when you go to the work the next day, the opposing fan will start raising all sorts to you. So I think that's just it.
Yeah, just see it. Congratulations to Arsenal anyway. So your final take on this encounter so far?
Well, great game of football from Arsenal. That is what you do. You do the needful in the first half, and when the opportunities present itself, you take as much of that opportunity that you can take, and that's what we saw in the first half. Arsenal were not in that game at all in the first half. We saw Tottenham having about 73% of the ball possession, just 27 to Arsenal, but they did the needful, got those chances, and put those ball into the back of the net, and came into the second half where they struggled when Tottenham were able to find that balance in the midfield, but Arsenal couldn't get it going in the second half. Just imagine they've scored just one in that first half and be wasteful up front in the first half. Probably they'll be losing this game, or they'll be playing a full-time draw with Tottenham. But doing the needful when it's needed is very much important. That's why I'm not really a big fan of you having all the possession in a game of football. It's really about you utilizing those possession, putting the ball into the back of the net. That's what really matters at the end of the day. So it's fantastic 3 points for us now. Like I said, Tottenham might just be the determinant factor in who wins this EPL, or how it ends up. One of those teams winning the EPL, because they still have a date with every of the top 3 teams, and this date with Arsenal is gone. Arsenal have been able to get 3 points over them, and they still have a date with Liverpool and Manchester City. So it's still a very big game. So let's see which, or even Tottenham will be doing Arsenal that favor, or will it be Arsenal? Arsenal will also be praying that Tottenham does them that favor of going straight against Manchester City and getting an unlikely victory or draw against Manchester City. So there's still very much to fight for in the top 4.
So many more to fight for in the top 4. Jimmy, your final word?
Yeah, good win for Arsenal. It almost slipped away from them in the end. But I think Tottenham got it right too late, and it shows you how clinical Arsenal are. Were in the first half. They got their chances, they buried the chances. Tottenham had more shots in the first half, more possession, but at the end of the day, possessions don't win you games. But yeah, they're very clinical in the first half, and because they took their chances today, that's why they won.
All right. I have a final word. Mike, before your final word, please, just a brief analysis of the match between Nottingham Forest and Manchester City that will be played in the evening.
Yeah, I think Man City will take that. Because when Man City needs to win, they come out like a roaring lion. They've lost all the main trophy, Champions League, they could have defended. Now is Operation Premier League. And they know that their fate is in their hands. If there's one team over the last 8-10 years that has kept if their fate is in their hand, they know how to keep it. It has to be Man City. We remember the first league they won against Queen's Park Rangers, that they almost lost it on the final day, down 2 goals, and they equalized. and they scored the winning goal
Aguero.
in that 9 minutes. So I think consistency is the name of Man City. When they are needed, they usually turn up, and I think they will turn up today. At least one new victory against Nottingham Forest. And
There's no Foden in the starting 11. There's no Foden in the squad at all. I
maybe
think
he
it's
needed the rest.
Pep Guardiola overthinking again. I just hope it won't put him in a lot
No,
of
not
problem.
just overthinking. Maybe he had a knock, or maybe
possible.
fatigue.
Yeah.
So instead of losing him for the rest of the season, you can easily rest him. Against Nottingham Forest, they have other guys. Doku and other
course.
guys can do better against Nottingham Forest. And my final take on this game is that Tottenham really dealt themselves a very wicked blow, because why will you start a formation that there's no balance in the midfield against an Arsenal side that will punish you if you make any. Those goals Arsenal scored was just on the run of play. You know, that corner kick deflected, the Bukayo Saka situation, and training ground routine, loss of concentration. The pivot players are the one responsible in shielding the defense. Where were they? So bringing them back solidly in the midfield second half, they got 2 goals. And you saw the balance. So I think they will be licking their wounds and say they actually dealt this blow on themselves. So congratulations to Arsenal. That's why it's always good when you have that opportunity. Take your chances. Take your chances is very important.
All right, thanks for coming to the studio.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Well, that is how far we can go for today. We want to thank you for staying with us. Don't forget to join us on Tuesday, and that is the Champions League, Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid.
Yeah.
It's going to be another cracker in that encounter.
Yeah.
So, but for today's own, for me and my production crew, is bye for now, and see you on Tuesday when we come again.